Whew. How's everybody doing? Just breathe. Just 2020, y'all. It's just, now look, I'm God-fearing. Like, I believe in God, but then, you really start to think about everything. The universe, stars, quasars, zodiacs, numbers, like the stars aligning. What is going on? The energy is just, it just feels, I can't even describe it. It's hard to sleep. No matter how much I pray, no matter how much I meditate, it's just this feeling that's just in the air. I don't know what that is. I can't describe it, y'all. 2020, the year is not even over. Like, I feel like a Super Mario brother with, like, I'm on my last one up. Like, every little thing I do is like, it's just, everything just feels so gross. Like, I just can't describe it, but prayer helps, meditation helps. I've been doing hobbies. I've been knitting, getting a little better at that, painting, anything to just keep giving me positive energy. Because this year is just, there were so many videos. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Okay. Because I know y'all wouldn't tell me. I'm playing with y'all. There were so many videos that I was going to post last week and the week before that about finances, stock, investing, all this stuff. And you just, as a YouTuber, you just start to think, for the audience, people don't want to hear about money right now. People are thinking about if they got a job next week. Nobody wants to hear about all this. And plus, at the beginning of this year, I declared 2020 to be the year of less spending. Well, when you speak it, if you build it, they will come. I mean, I've always been a frugal person, but I had 2020. I was basically telling everybody, hey, make this the year where you do less spending, where you only spend on basic essentials. I'm gonna post that thumbnail right here. I literally said in that video, do not spend a lot of money this year because of politics, because of economics, will be one of the hard years. Because people are looking at 2020, right? And they're like, oh, this year is so terrible. 2019 was trash too. It's just 2020 is worse. And we were just dragging through, trying to get through 2019, y'all. But 2020 is worse because it's a domino effect. A lot of the stuff that was happening in 2019. And if you do stocks, if you do finances, if you just look at a lot of companies, you knew that this was coming with the economy. Even let's just say COVID-19 never existed, right? You had a good idea from reading Forbes, from reading Wall Street. A lot of companies were just struggling. And, I'm not going to make this a political video, but there were things that had the wheels turning, that just when it came to the health and wellness of people in America, it was just going downhill anyway. So it just, things started happening. I'm just going to post all of these videos, you guys. And as an individual, you have to think about, what do I have the capacity to do every day? Like, more time would pass. I'm like, okay, I can't let too much time pass before I start posting videos, because I don't want to lose my audience. I don't want to get my audience to get bored. But it was hard. It was hard to say, let me get up, let me do this video, let me feel some energy so I can have some type of enthusiasm to do a video and to speak with everybody, and for us to have some sort of communication. But that energy just wasn't there. I just wasn't feeling it. It was just, I didn't feel like I had the capacity, the mental capacity, to get up and to just do certain things. It's like when you have work, those of you who are working from home, it's like you have those things where you put this mask on because you have to work. You have to do what you have to do to just function in life. But the energies and everything going on, that's hard. Being Black in this country and seeing all of that that's going on top of all of your personal things that are going on, that's a lot. So when it comes to mental health, I did do a podcast show I'll post the thumbnail here, but I'll put all of the links in the comments about what I said for 2020, which is just so strange that it just is happening, everything I said in that video. My podcast show episode where I'm speaking of you have to take care of your mental health. These are triggers to things that can affect everyone's mental health. I'll post those links down below. And that's a fire truck, just ignore that, y'all. But mental health is so important. Everybody's in this fog of nothingness. It's like this, what do I do next? It's this weird feeling of, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. All I know how to do is do this and do that. You do that, and this. You do those things. You do what you can. I'm here to tell you that a lot of people might be painting this picture like they're okay. A lot of people are not okay. And in that podcast, the title of the show is You're So Not Okay. And there's a lot of people that are not okay right now. And people aren't admitting that on social media because they're only going to post the good stuff, right? It's okay. I'm telling you, it's okay that you're not okay. I'm telling you that it's normal for you to be feeling like trash right now, emotionally. Body aches, not sleeping well, that feeling of uncertainty, just strange. And no matter what your faith is, right? No matter what you have, no matter what line of religion or faith or whatever you want to call it, it all dawns on you to keep pressing forward and to be your best self and to lay those burdens into a particular place so you can have the mental clarity to move forward. You're still human. You're still gonna cry. You're still gonna have sadness. You're still gonna have anger. Those are human things. It's okay. All right? It's okay to be feeling that way. Don't think that everything has to be wrapped up in a tiny bow, because it's not. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. But for those of you who feel that, it's okay to feel that way. And don't think that everything has to be perfect, because right now, ooh, child, the world is just, how the whole world going, how does everything, it's like the whole world is just, I don't know. But 2020 and mental health, you guys, you've got to take that under consideration. If you want to DM me on Instagram at the same profile name, officialbunne_e, and you need resources concerning mental health, resources when it comes to being able to speak with professionals that have no costs, okay, to help figure out your thoughts or how you're feeling, please contact me. If it's no shame in your game, you're like, what is that? I'll even put some of the links in the comments. Whatever you feel, if you need to vent in the comment section and just say, this is what I'm going through, this applies to everybody, men, women, everybody. Okay, whatever you're feeling, feel free to vent into the comments, whatever you're feeling, okay? Because I'm here to tell you that's all right to be feeling some type of way. Because everybody on Instagram act like they cool with it. Like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just everybody I follow. They seem like they just, nothing's happening. Nothing's going on. I'm like, okay. So moving on, you guys, to Chadwick Boseman. Like, when I found out, when I was on Instagram, I saw his picture a few times and I'm like, oh, was it his birthday? Because, you know, I'm like, oh, I kept seeing his face. And you know how you get that feeling like, uh-oh, what's going on? I had that feeling. I was just like, what? Why is his picture coming up? What? It was just like, I was paralyzed just looking at my phone and I'm like, please let it be his birthday or something. Or it's an announcement on a new role or something like that. And I went onto his page and I read the post from his team. No lie, you guys. I got an adrenaline rush of sadness and I felt goosebumps on my arms. And I just went, oh no. It was just like this, you gotta be kidding me. What? And me, like a lot of other people, had no idea he was sick. Had no idea he was battling with colon cancer, you guys. And also, I'll insert a clip for you guys that don't know. He was in a movie called The Five Bloods, which was directed by Spike Lee. And Clark Peters was on this interview. And he was saying he felt so guilty about the way he thought about Chad while on set, and I'll insert the clip right here.
I have to say, with a little bit of regret, that I probably wasn't the most altruistic in that environment. But hindsight teaches us a lot of things. And what I'm addressing is basically, my wife asked what Chadwick was like, and I was really excited to work with him. I said, well, I think he's a little bit precious. And she said, why? I said, because he's surrounded by people who are fawning over him. He's got a Chinese the practitioner who's massaging his back when he walks off set. He's got a makeup lady who's massaging his feet. His girlfriend is there holding his hand. And I'm thinking, well, maybe the Black Panther thing went to his head. But now I have to, I regret even having those thoughts, because they were really looking after him.
Oh.
Nobody knew. You didn't know. Nobody knew he had colon cancer.
So, moral of the story is, you never know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen posts that are similar to what I'm about to say, is judging people and not really knowing what's going on in their lives. What's that song? Don't ask my neighbor. Doom, 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 doom. It's like, come to me, ask me. Don't make assumptions in your head. Come to me, ask me what's going on. Don't go around and then talk to other people what you thought about, or don't do that. Or you don't even have to open your mouth. Okay? If somebody rubs you the wrong way, or you think a certain thing, sometimes it's you, because you got a problem. You know what I mean? Let's just say hypothetically on the set that nothing was wrong with that, and he just wanted a massage in between scenes. That's his prerogative, right? He can do that, right? What if he was feeling some type of way about his status in his career? He was at the crescendo of his career. What if he was? What's that got to do with you? We're so engulfed in other people's lives and how they're feeling and what they're doing. Meanwhile, this man Chadwick was living his life to the best of his ability, keeping his sickness within his inner circle. Because I can make a good guess that he didn't want people to know, because he didn't want people making him feel like he had a handicap to where he couldn't function, to where he couldn't do a movie, to where he couldn't do interviews. He wanted to press forward, and he wanted to do the best that he could. That was his decision. That was his family's decision. And might I say, whatever circle he had that kept that under the wraps, kudos. How rare is it that you have a circle of just loyal people like that, who know how to keep everything under wraps? Confidentiality. Like, the fact that his team was able to do that, I'm just blown away. The fact that they knew he was hurting, the fact that they knew he needed to take breaks. There was also a post on Instagram that he posted, and he was speaking on a different topic, and people noticed his weight loss. And immediately in the comments, people were saying, oh, he done got skinny, he must be sick, look at him, saying all of these negative things. And I remember commenting and saying, y'all, he probably getting prepared for another role. Like, that's probably what's happening. Matthew McConaughey, when he got super skinny, people were just like, oh, he's losing weight for a role. It wasn't this negative kind of, oh my God, but people just assumed it. But for some reason, people just really trash talked him. It was just like, what's wrong with him? And then when he had to go to the hospital, what's he doing? And the comments were so bad, Chad had to delete the post. And it was a positive post about projects that he had in motion to help people. But he had to delete the post because the comments were that bad. Meanwhile, this man is at home struggling to keep his life. Shame. Shame on whoever did that and posting negative comments and saying negative things. And, Clark, the individual that worked with him in the Five Bloods, it was heartwarming to see him saying, I was wrong. I thought that way, but I was wrong. That's better than denying it and acting like you didn't do anything wrong. He was saying like, wow, I can't believe I judged that man like that. At least he's admitting the fault of the things that he thought. So just talk to people, y'all. I mean, just speaking of personalities, we're going to get into the Brandy versus Monica event, the Verzuz that everybody was waiting on. A 1.1 million views. I think it broke the record for the Verzuz when it comes to the live back and forth, right? So going into personalities, me, if people don't know me, I've gotten this my whole life. People assume I'm mean. People assume I don't want to have anything to do with you. But that's not me. You don't get a family nickname Bunny for being a jerk. But the way I look, I'm really private. I'm to myself. I don't really just jump out and just start talking with people. But if for some reason I'll go to the grocery store and random people will come up to me and just start telling me their whole life story. And I'm like, okay. And my mother was just saying, you have the essence, you have the aura of a positive person, so people feel comfortable talking to you. But based upon if I go to work, if I'm just this, that, people they'll get to know me and say, well, I thought you were mean. I'm like, why do you think I was mean? Where you get that from? I don't know. And I'm like, okay. And I smile all the time and I wave and I see people. Even when I see people and I wave and they don't wave back, I kind of look at them like, you saw me. Wave your hand. Because, like, take a minute to smile and say, hey, like, I get people that be like, girl, it's 8 in the morning. I'm not trying to go there with you. I get it. So let's get into this Brandy versus Monica thing. Oh my goodness, y'all. Talk about the longest verses ever. It was the same amount of time as everybody else in other verses, but it was the tension. It was the tension. You could feel the tension while watching it. And it was so uncomfortable because you're like, who gonna do what? Who gonna say what? What's going on? Are they okay? Did they talk before they came on? And what a lot of people don't understand is that for those of you that don't know the history, okay, one of the main reasons why there's this static and thinking there was a beef was literally, if you break it down, they are oil and water when it comes to personality, right? I saw a lot of people saying in the comments, Brandy being so fake, she trying to be. But if you've met her in person, she's naturally like that. If you've ever met Monica in person, she's naturally very I don't know you, don't joke with me, don't play with me. It is what it is. She has more of this serious personality. So when you get somebody that's trying to be goofy and laugh and crack jokes all the time, that doesn't mesh well with somebody that's so serious. And Monica got that hood background. She's just cutthroat, straight to the point. Brandy, naturally, her bringing her family, she's just a free spirit. So before they even met each other in the industry, there was already these perceived ideas of each other before they even got into the room. So, but when they finally meet each other, you already have these preconceived notions about who this person is. So it's the relationship and the potential relationship turns to trash. And then we have, on top of that, things when they recorded together with The Boy's Mind. It was made for Brandy. It was Brandy's song. And what Brandy did was to show some type of unity. She wanted Monica to be on the song. She wanted her to be featured. She wanted her voice to be on there to say, hey, we're two young black women in the industry. Let's do this song together. What made that sour, okay, was the fact that Clive Davis really added fuel to the fire when it came to money. Now you added money to the relationship that's already not great. When Monica came out with her album, they named the album The Boy's Mind. And Brandy was like, wait, what? Huh? What are you talking about? We got the rights to this song. And it was a whole bunch of legal stuff back and forth, which clearly would put a bitter taste in Monica's mouth. It would if I was Monica, into this whole thing. So you had legal stuff that was going on too. It was just a mess. So you had these clashes. They trying to do songs. They try to do songs together throughout the years, but yeah, That's just like putting band-aids on bullet wounds. And I think it's just a relationship that I think honestly will just never reach its full potential, because sometimes you just gotta say, we just don't get along. I just don't get along with that person. And that's okay. But this Verzuz was for the culture. We have been looking forward to hearing this good 90s R&B back and forth. And the comments, you guys, after that Verzuz, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good energy. I didn't feel that woosah after, just like I did with Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. When that Verzuz was over with, I went to go outside and ride my bike and write poetry and paint. When that Monica and that Verzuz Brandy was over with, I couldn't go to sleep. I was trying to look at stuff on the internet that would make me happy, dogs and unicorns and panda bears and cartoons, and I still felt I was just disappointed. I was disappointed in the comments that I read, because this was supposed to be something that was going to uplift us. And so many people were just so busy trying to make negative comments and say stuff back and forth that I don't think people were listening to the music. So many people were looking forward to who gonna win, rather than let's just enjoy these two queens and admire who they are. And it was just terrible. And I'm like, after Chad died and all this stuff going on, y'all acting like that? It was trash. I didn't like it. People saying, Brandy got more hits. Monica got more hits. I don't know none of Brandy's songs. Monica had more whatever. Okay, look. We're just gonna just lay it on the line. Who got what? What's what? Who won on the Verzuz? Who got more hits? Okay? We just gonna lay it on the line when it comes to that. I am a personal fan of both. I love both. I had a better connection with, I love them both, with Brandy's music because of her tone of her voice and the harmonies. I loved Monica because of the realness. Mary J. Blige has that realness vibe. So Monica was talking about topics that her mom and her management wasn't gonna let her talk about. Like, girl, you talking about whatever and you 12? Child, girl, no, boo. Monica's team was like, if she wanna sing that, she can sing that. A lot of people's careers, they can't sing a lot of stuff. And they both had different platforms of audiences they were trying to reach. Brandy's team wanted to reach a more diverse platform. She was cover girl. She had a hit series. She had all these different things to apply to a broader audience. Monica was like, this is me. This is who I am. This is my music. Take it or leave it. That's why I love them both. I have all of their music, okay? So let's get into the numbers, and I will put all the receipts as I'm talking. So we got to talk about why certain fan groups will feel who has the most hits. But let's understand something. Just because you think it's a hit, just because you like the song, doesn't make it a hit. A hit, my friends, is our numbers and Billboard numbers, okay? Numbers don't lie. Rotations, okay? Many people in certain age groups who remember Monica has more music 90s going into the early 2000s. So we have a split of ages between Z and millennials who will remember Monica a little bit more and will feel that Brandy doesn't have that many hits. The fan base of Brandy, 90s going all the way to the beginning of the 2000s. Not saying she didn't come out with music, but more of a rotation of music that was on the airwaves that people remember. When it comes to hits, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Grammys, when it comes to everything, these two artists are literally tied when it comes to hits. According to Billboard, according to Rolling Stone, they are literally tied with 10 Billboard, either top 40, top 20, or top 10 hits. Brandy with 10, Monica with 10. Now, here's the truth. If we were to take out anything associated with Brandy, Monica would lose by one category, 1 point. and Brandy would win. When it comes to Grammys, Monica would not have a Grammy had she not done The Boy Is Mine with Brandy, losing another point. So then Brandy would win 11-9 if we are looking at it that way. But pound for pound, my friend, in the ring, they are tied. Number one heavyweight champion of the world, both of them. Don't know what else to tell you. That was a terrible accent. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep that in there because I don't want to edit. But anywho, they are tied, my friend. When it comes to hits and Grammys, they literally have the same amount. So can y'all please share this video and tell people to please hush? And it's so sad that it's been days later and people are still pitting them against each other. Can they just move on? Can this be over? Can y'all listen to Brandy's new music? Can y'all listen to Monica's new music? Now, it won't surprise me because Monica has a new team when it comes to being independent, and she has a song that's being released with Lil Baby, and she has some more music that she's recording with Missy Elliott. Now, with that, Monica may break this tie because Lil Baby is popular. He's with the new generation of younger individuals who love his music. And Missy Elliott, you can't go wrong with Missy Elliott. That's just like getting Jermaine Dupri, Timbaland, Swiss. Like, you have certain people, you get them to work with you. That's a gimme. That's easy peasy. That's a hit. You don't even got to do too much. You can just say la, and Missy could go, no Monica, and it go number one. I mean, that's just Missy is Missy. Okay? Then you sprinkle on Monica's beautiful, soulful, strong voice. I have no doubt in my mind that with her churning Monica and doing more, that will be next for her. She will add some more number ones. But when it comes to pound for pound, they have the same. It is literally a tie. When it comes to verses, let's be truthful. The person, if you follow the rules of the verses rules, technically Brandy won because I think it was one song that was not technically Monica's, because for the full, I think it was 20 seconds, however many seconds that they get, all of the seconds it wasn't her song. It was mixed in with, I think, the C Murder song or whatever. Well, who cares? Versus is not a battle. It is to celebrate artists. And when people say, what's the score now? Even when I was looking at Snoop Dogg and DMX, I'm like, what's the score now? Snoop got 5, DMX got 4. I'm like, annoying. Y'all didn't even realize what Versus was made for. It was to whatever. Can we just let them move on? Can we just, oh my God, please. Oh, just move on, you guys. They both won. Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, they both won. DMX and Snoop Dogg Versus, they both won. Manny Fresh and Scott Storch, they both won. Like, stop it. Like, it's just toxic. There's so much toxicity. When you leave this video and you go back on social media, just for the heck of it, just see how this is still going on and they're still pitting these two women against each other by the continuous jokes. It's okay to joke. I mean, people joke. You can joke. It's the internet. But there's a difference between joking and literally getting to the point where people are arguing in the comments and saying terrible things about Monica and Brandy, about these women. It's terrible, you guys. Just stay lifted, y'all. Let me know what you think about this video. Subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss any posts, and follow me on Instagram. We gonna make it, y'all. We gonna try to get through the rest of this year somehow. Is that a song that I just did? No, I just made that up. Okay, I love y'all, okay? More topics, more things to discuss this week that I will post. Check out the last 2 videos about healthy hair growth, detangling, and co-washing routine, how to decorate. This is not green screen, okay? This is a room, okay? How to mimic that look, everything like that. Check out the last few videos, you guys. Until next time, bye.